Good morning, good day, and good evening. Right now, it is about 6:45 a.m. here, so it's a pretty early day for me, but not the worst time I've recorded that. Today we have Veni back on the show. Welcome. How's it
Hey,
going?
I have transformed into the third dimension.
Which creates some very interesting tracking issues when you walk away from the camera.
Yeah, I mean, I could recreate it.
Mhm. Oh, yep. That. Now you're just T-posing.
That's the power of Waruda.
Beautiful. So for anyone who hadn't seen the last time you were on, how about you just do a quick introduction for yourself, and then I guess we'll go from there.
Oh, things are changed with my fucking VTuber stuff, so I'll do a reintroduction. Hi, I'm Veni Okojo. I'm a stoat bounty hunter gremlin VTuber. I play action and story-driven games on Twitch.tv. I run Arch, by the way, been running it for a year now, and I'm three-dimensional.
I'm actually kind of
I'm a lot
surprised by how
happier.
well finger tracking works with just a webcam.
Oh yeah, no, I do this shit and I'm like, how is this working? I am a lot happier with like my current appearance because when I was last on, I was still using like, my 1.0 model. It wasn't even my 1.5 with like my hoodie or whatever. It was my
Mm.
1.0. And even then I was like, really like I don't really like how like it turned out like it like my 1.0 had like a crop top that showed like my stomach
Hmm.
and like I was like I don't like that. I never liked that in the first place. And so now with my 2.0, I made sure that everything from top to bottom was like, "Yep, all good."
Hmm.
Like here, I'll show you this really quick. So what I can do is I have like different toggles
Oh,
with various like clothing stuff that I can do. So what my character? I'm using Warudo with a tracking program called XR Animator.
for anyone who's
And it
not
looks
VTuber oriented, just briefly explain Warudo.
so with live 2D VTubing, which is what you see with most VTubers, they have a program called VTube Studio. And it's basically how you see the model and it tracks and everything like that. But with 3D VTubers, you have some options. You have Rogren uses OpenCFace. Pretty basic standard program, it works, right? But there are other programs that people can do to have more advanced like tools. So stuff like Vignon, which is what my VTuber mama uses, the one who made this model, and then Warudo, which is like the most advanced 3D avatar tracking.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I use that basically, and it
Hmm.
looks good. It has all the stuff I want. For my model itself, it has some toggles. So it's got a hoodie toggle, so I can
Ooh.
toggle the hoodie on and off whenever I want. And I can even take the entire jacket off. And I made
Ooh.
it so that the trans pin, like right, it's not
And-
tracking my hand, but it's like right, it's right here. You
Hey,
see,
oh,
it's like right next
kind
to
of
the
got
stone
there.
orb. Yeah. I made sure that it was visible for both because I
Mhm.
do not want that taken away with my jacket.
Mhm.
Um, what do you prefer? Do you prefer hood on, hood off, or jacket off? I'll let you decide.
Um, I think I prefer hood off, but I don't know. The hood's also cool. Whatever you want
A
to go
lot of
with.
people a lot of people had said hood off as like their favorite. Like
Mhm.
that's fine. That's cool. I can work with that.
I think it just like
Yeah.
covers up. Like I don't know. It's pretty rare to see a VTube where you're not seeing their hair, so it's just like
Yeah.
it seems off. I don't know. I
I
don't
can
really know
even
the
show
good way to
you.
describe it.
I can even show you my full ref sheet as well. I made sure like this design.
Mm.
It wasn't going to be a 2D VTuber.
Mm.
It was going to be the live 2D thing. But like the rigger ghosted me. I do not know where they are, and I was like, well, I have this 3D model that
Mm.
I got from a friend of mine for like the lore video. Why not make that the full like model? And
Mm.
so I'm like, yeah, this works out. I can do all the stuff with it.
Yeah, I remember you
Um,
sending me the early art for the model, and I had assumed that you were going down the
yes.
2D route.
Yeah, I sent you the ref sheet. This was originally four. This is what my like 2.0 model was going to look like
Mm.
if I went live 2D. But we went 3D
Ooh.
instead. I'll
Discord.
probably make like another rev sheet with like my 3D model, but have like all the graphics and stuff on there for for doing one.
Go. I do still think
Yeah,
the logo is really cool though. The Shadowbringers inspired logo.
Yeah, oh my god. I have a story about the logo. So like I wanted to get a new logo for like a while, right? And I went on this site called VGen, which is basically like a art commission site. A lot of VTubers use it for stuff like, emotes, logos, even whole avatars and stuff like that. Just like an art place, right? So I was looking through like some logo makers, and I saw one that was like, I'll make a JRPG like style model for like your or logo for your VTuber. And I'm like, okay, sure. Like I'm a big JRPG person. Kingdom Hearts and Undertale / are like my favorite series, so like sure, whatever.
Sure.
So I request them. I'm like, hey, here's my model, and here's some logos that I like from various video games. And I sent them 3 examples. I sent them Kingdom Hearts, I sent them Devil May Cry 5, and I sent them the Shadowbringers logo from Final Fantasy XIV. So I sent them that, and he was like, oh, I'll take your request literally and just make your logo the Shadowbringers logo. So if you want to show on screen, if you want to show on screen for the audience, like, the Shadowbringers logo versus my logo, it looks so similar.
Yeah, here's the tab.
It makes the most amount of sense because like I wanted to show off the weapon. Officially it's called a dream weapon, but it's a keyblade. I have that as like my main weapon and stuff. And if you see the lore video, which I'll probably upload right before this like video goes live, it's very Kingdom Hearts inspired. It has a ton of Kingdom Hearts music and Delta music, and it's great. But that's like my main weapon. I want to show it off because like it's me as a bounty hunter, So yeah.
So with your with your 1.0, you said you never wanted like the crop top and some of the design elements. Why did you go down that route anyway?
So I had this very flawed thinking when I started VTubing, which was, I don't want to make something that I generally like. I want to make something that is appealing to other people. Do not do that when you're entering VTubing. Make something that you like first and foremost, and then evaluate, does this look good for other people as well? You want to strike that balance, right? So I was like, what do people like with VTubing? Idle nature? Small? Sure, put it all on there. Nature stuff. I'm like a nature singer or whatever. And I was like, this is not me. This was never me in the first place. And I went to the drawing board and I was like, what do I like? I like video babe. I like hitting people in action stuff. Okay, make her bounty hunter, Which is why I have like the shorts and the thigh highs are like reminiscent of like sort of like my IRL aesthetic of like, me being trans femme. I have the jacket, which I am wearing one right now. It doesn't look like this, but like I'm wearing a jacket. I will always wear hoodies and stuff. I want like a cool little graphic tee. So like the person who designed this was like, Stoat Orb, and I'm like, okay, sure. And then this little pin I have on, if it can track my hand.
Let's see where it's gonna. Oh.
So this pin right here, yeah.
Kind of close.
So this
eventually you
so
get
this
there.
is so this is 3 things in one. I'll tell you what it is. It's based on the Kingdom Hearts logo, specifically the Kingdom Hearts 1 logo. It's a V for Veni.
Wait, you're slightly. You pointed at something. I don't think it's seen on screen.
The pin on my head?
Oh, on your head. Oh, sorry. I couldn't even see where you were pointing. You were pointing at
the blue pin on my head.
Okay, there we go.
Because like on my 1.0, I had like a bunch of nature clips.
The tracking was so far off that I couldn't even see what you were pointing at.
No, I pointed like right here.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Now we're all okay. Cool.
So it's 3 things. It's the Kingdom Hearts 1 logo with the blue heart. It's a V for Veni. And it's the Arch Linux logo upside down. So it's kind of all those kind of in one. Because like the Arch logo is like an A, like a blue A. So I was like, fuck it, flip it upside down, you know?
Okay. The Arch logo, that one's a pretty hard one to see, but I can see what you're going for.
Well, that was what I told the artist, like, just make it these 3 things, and they're like,
Sure. Okay.
I don't know, I wanted to rep me being on Arch, which I've been on for a year now. It was August 29th was my anniversary of being on Linux. And to emphasize why I even switched to Linux for people who haven't watched the last episode with me, it was because I wanted to run Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, and it didn't want to. That was the crux. They gotta be like, fuck it, operating system change, sure.
I can't think of many people who will swap to Linux because a game won't work. Usually, that's how you leave it.
Well, I wanted to switch for a while. I had like Linux experience. I dabbled with Ubuntu when I was in middle school, dabbled with Arch and all that stuff. I had the experience, and I was planning on switching at the end of the year, but I was like, fuck it. I'll do it earlier by like 6 months. And yeah, I've been pretty happy with being on Arch. Like, there have been issues. Like, I remember there was this one video you made that you referenced me in it. It was the Marvel Rivals thing. It was like, had like a delay, like, just froze for a few seconds. Like, they fixed that or whatever. It was that. It was also.
Oh, right, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, that game is buggy at launch.
We found that out on a stream together when we were playing Marvel Rivals. You were like, what is this shit? And no one's like, I don't know what it is. And I'm like, well, me and Brody are experiencing it. Is this a Linux thing? And we found it was like a Linux thing.
I think it was like a shader cache issue, if I remember correctly.
I think it was a debug thing.
Yeah, they'd left. Yeah, right. They left a debug file in, and it was constantly pinging something. Yeah.
Like, that was an issue. There was also, like, some games memory leak. When I played this one game called Guilty as Sock, it just crashed my entire PC. I don't know why that happened. I was also trying to play Soul Reaver on stream, and that crashed my PC twice. I lost, like, an hour or 2 of progress, and I dropped the game because of it, because, like, I don't want to play a game that's going to make me crash my entire PC, you know?
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But that's the only 2 issues I've had with, like... Oh, and also, when I was on X11 for a lot of the time, like, Steam crashed often, where it's like if you hover your mouse over a bunch of games on your game list, it just freezes the entire client and crash it. And some other stuff, but like I fix it. It's all sorted. I'm not other people who's like, oh my god, a minor setback, time to go back to Windows. No, I have a lot of strong willpower to like, okay, what am I evaluating with this? How can I fix it? How can I work around this, basically? Because in order to use Linux, you have to have a bit of technical knowledge in order to like solve issues.
If not technical knowledge, at least the willingness to learn. The willingness to read documentation, the willingness to actually expand your knowledge, not just, oh, it broke. Why broke?
Yeah. You have to like look up a lot of stuff on the Arch Linux forums, go on Stack Overflow forums, find out for yourself. DM in a friend group you have that may or not have this guy in here and be like, what's the problem? What do I do? Then have friend be like, you stupid bitch, it's this option.
To be fair, I don't know how Ren breaks so much stuff. I've called it the curse of Ren because he'll just run into issues that nobody else has.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I love Ren. Obviously, he's great. He's the first Linux VTuber. I talk to him all the time. He's great. But like sometimes he can be like, I have this issue that like no one else has gotten. What? And I'm like, why haven't you switched to Arch yet? He was Nobara still, I think.
Yeah, he was trash talking Nobara on stream for like 2 hours, and he was like, I'm gonna leave Nobara, and he just didn't.
Why doesn't he switch? You know?
I don't know. You'd have to ask Ren.
Or like an OS that I have been repping for a while is Pika OS. Like that's the one I have on my laptop. I recommend it to people. That's basically like if you want like one beginner-friendly distro. You just want something that works and is optimized. PeakOS. Because it's based on Debian, which is like the most stable base you can do for Linux. Is what not Arch, is what Ubuntu has for its stuff, and Pop OS. It's got a lot of optimizations. I think it has the CachyOS kernel, or like some variation, like a optimized kernel or whatever. But it's like easy to use. It has Flatpaks pre-installed, like all of it. It's perfect for someone who's like, I don't want to deal with the technical knowledge of Arch and having manual interventions every like 6 months. I have something that plug and plays, works, does all my shit. That's PeakOS. That's the one. If it had like a little more funding and a little more like widespread support, it would be the operating system. It would be the distro, basically.
Yeah, PeakOS kind of gets overshadowed by Nabara because they are basically the same idea. It's just Nabara is
one's
Fedora.
using Debian and one's using Fedora.
Yeah, but it's like most of what PeakOS does is done on Nabara as well. It's just a Debian base, so people just don't really talk about it anywhere near as much, which is kind of sad because I've talked to the devs before and the devs are doing great work.
Yes, they're a great project, but they just need a little more like financial support, and they'd be like perfect, basically. Like, I hope some big YouTubers will come in and be like Linus should do a fucking Linux challenge again and be like, I'm using PeakOS, and it would be perfect, you know?
If Linus isn't a Linux challenge, it's going to be Bazite. It's gonna, because every big YouTuber is like Bazite because it looks like SteamOS, and that's fun. Also, Bazite's a great project. I talked to the Bazite dev, but like, there are things that exist outside of Bazite.
The issue with Bazite is that atomic distros aren't exactly the best on desktop environments. If you want like a gaming box, like a Raspberry Pi or whatever, you know, sort of like, I'm not doing any sort of stuff other than just gaming. Yeah,
like a home theater PC, gaming box. Want to replace whatever's pre-installed on your Asus handheld. I think it makes a lot of sense for that.
Yeah. But if you're wanting like an operating system that's like a more general desktop environment, you want to do stuff other than like gaming, you want to do streaming, you want to do creative stuff, you want to go on GIMP or Krita or whatever, then like, don't do Bazite or really any atomic distro. That's not what it's really there for. I guess it could also be good for like grandma users, like atomic distros.
Yeah, if
like
you're
people who's like, I just want to web browse, just do that.
Yeah, if everything you do is in a browser, like...
Yeah, pretty much.
Anything's gonna work, really?
Yeah. Because I use Canva for my thumbnails, and that's a web-based
Oh, right, I forgot you did that.
Yeah. Like, that's how I make my thumbnails with Canva, and it's basically like, I use like Google Drawings for a little bit, and I'm like, I want something that isn't like as technical as GIMP, because I use GIMP for my thumbnails. Like, that's perfect for that. If I just want to throw a render of my model, a border, and the game title, I don't want to use GIMP for that. I want something a lot like simpler, and Canva has been great for that, basically. But I also use GIMP as well. Like, GIMP's a great program. Like, I love the 3.0 update. It's so good. But like, I use that for thumbnails, and that's kind of it. Everything else graphical wise I'm using for like stream promos, thumbnails, etc. I'm using Canva.
I feel like we had this conversation when the first episode happened. I could try out Canva. The thing is with GIMP, I have used it long enough now. I have so much stuff presetted. I can just 3 key presses and I have a thumbnail made, right? So for me, GIMP perfect. Is super easy because I have everything already set up to do things like the way that I want them to be done. So moving to anything else, it would just be the same thing basically, but now different hotkeys. And for me, it just doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah, basically.
But I think, for someone who hasn't, if you don't know any of these tools, it seems like Canva's a relatively solid choice.
Yes, it's pretty good, and it's in a web browser too, so you don't worry about like different distro stuff.
Yeah, so if you're also the kind of person who maybe forgets about things, you want to try it on, you want to work on a different device, you forgot which device you are working on, that does help out as well.
Yes, basically. And also be with distro hop.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've never really... I don't really get the distro hopping thing. I know that you've been on Arch your entire time as well, pretty much, besides,
Yes.
in the past using Ubuntu, but...
Yeah, Ubuntu, Endeavor OS, which is based on Arch, stuff like that.
But, like, your actual proper swap to Linux, it was just Arch, yes? Yeah.
And I haven't reinstalled Arch, even though I'm thinking about it, because, like, I haven't really utilized a lot of the Btrfs stuff. Like, I may swap to exe4 just to be like, I don't use this. I don't know how to use this, Still haven't done it a year later. It's just, I had never had issues,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that reminds me of that one. So the biggest issue that I had with, I gotta tell you this. Okay. So this was during the Guilty Assault collab that I was going to do. It basically almost wiped my drive. So what happened was, like, it crashed my whole thing. I was being a little impatient of trying to shut it down properly, and I, like, manually turn it off, right?
Sure.
Apparently, when you are shutting down a Linux system, it creates some sort of, like, log file. I did not have that log file or generate the log file. So my motherboard stopped reading my drive as a proper OS drive. And I was like, oh, God. I was flipping out, basically. I was, like, aiming in the group chat. We have a group chat with me, Kylo, Ren, Lay Spades, and you, Brody. It's like the Linux people. I was all like, what do I do? Help me. What? And what we had to do was we had to get a Pika OS, like, install drive, put it in my PC, and have the live, like, desktop environment kind of repair things. We went through some, like, Btrfs repair software. Ren was doing most of the hardware thing, which, thank you, Ren. We made all that work, and it just fixed itself. And I'm like, oh, thank God. Like, that was the biggest thing I've had to deal with on Arch, is that shit. But it was also, like, it wasn't a thing that's, like, Arch specific. It was mainly a thing that, like, the game was memory leaking, and, like, it basically crashed my desktop, so I blame the game for it.
Is this one of these mythical Btrfs is terrible bugs that Kent Overstreet constantly talks about?
No, it's not Btrfs's fault. Oh, God, I want to talk about fucking Bcache. Oh, God. No, I hope they remove that shit.
I bring it up just because he constantly complains about Btrfs, and you said you're on Btrfs. So I don't know if, like, this is a Btrfs issue, because
it was a Guilty Assault game issue.
Because I've had power loss issues before and various other things. Like, I've had, like, hard crashes, and I've never had this problem on the XT4.
No. It was mainly because game crash. I tried manually on running off PC and create a log file, and it just kind of crashed.
Sure, right.
It was easily fixable. I just had to, like, go with Ren and be like, what do? And he's like, okay, you stupid bitch, here's what you gotta do. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. It got working again.
Honestly, Red might be a lot better to ask about troubleshooting just because of how many problems he runs into.
I go to him by default now.
My experience has been so smooth on Linux that, like, I know how to fix things on, like, the user space side. But when there's anything, like, really bad that happens, I've probably never seen it.
Yeah, it's been a journey on Arch, but I don't regret switching. I love Arch. You've heard the stuff about Arch. It's rolling distro, free, open source, blah, blah, blah. Like, you've heard it a million times. Like, as someone who is a very, like, creative-driven person that does the streaming and does the content creation, it's been great. I don't really miss it. Like, technically, I can't play Fortnite anymore, but I didn't really play Fortnite to begin with, so I don't miss it.
You have to cloud stream it, though.
It doesn't count. You can cloud stream anything on Android and be like, oh, it works perfectly. It's a desktop environment. No, we're talking about like a native run system. Like, I know another Linux VTuber, Zoe Baskerville, it's like an artist. She swapped to Linux Mint recently, and she cloud streams Fortnite all the time, and I'm like, God damn it, why do you keep doing that? But, yeah,
some people never let go of their Fortnite addiction, apparently.
But also, what I do on stuff that I've been kind of getting to, so segue into the next segment, is game development. I've been getting into that more.
Before we do that, There is one thing I did want.
Yeah.
One more thing I wanted to ask you about Linux that we kind of skipped
Yes.
over. You mentioned you were on X11, so you're on Wayland now, yes?
I am on Wayland full time.
When did that swap happen, and why?
And why? Okay, and how as well.
I guess so, yeah.
I kind of, when I was on Arch, I kind of swapped between like X11 Wayland for like a while, basically, because like some stuff works on this, some stuff works on that.
Mhm.
What got me to fully switch was that I saw, mainly from your channel, that like a lot of distros have been dropping like Wayland by or X11 by default. KDE has been like dropping some stuff X11 related, like they separated the sessions.
Yeah,
and you have to reinstall.
They separated
X11.
it so
That was
that
the
when they
switch.
do the actual full drop, it's not like a crazy thing. It's like everything's prepared for the drop to happen.
Yes. That was the day that I was like, maybe I should give Wayland like a full daily drive try again. And the one thing that kind of prevented me, or more like two things, prevented me from switching to Wayland was a small one and a big one. The small one was that Face Tracker's UI doesn't really work. Like I said, and I've been very vocal about this, I hate libadwaita. Libadwaita sucks. It's so inconsistent on a bunch of environments. Qt for my beloved. The second thing was that on OBS, when I'm streaming PS2 games, like I'm playing, I don't know, Kingdom Hearts 2. I'm wanting to play that for some goddamn reason, even though it's on PC. I'm playing the original PS2 version.
Original Final Mix? Just like actual original?
No, original. Like my childhood copy. I still have my childhood copies of Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and Reach and Memories. All PS2. All the same exact one. I kept it all these years. Because they're so important to me. Like that and Undertale Saturn are like my favorite franchise of all time, like gaming-wise. So if I'm wanting to stream that, I have to use my capture card, my Live Evermedia Live Mini or something like that. It's a capture card
or
Linux.
different.
No, I think it's called. Let me like see really quick. Let me go on like
Eva Media
Studio mode. Capture card.
Live Gamer Ultra.
Live Gamer Mini.
Live Gamer Mini. Okay. Because I had the Live Gamer Portable, which is shaped like a Toblerone.
No, this is the Live Gamer Mini. This is, I think it's an Evermedia thing.
I
also wanted to get. I also think about getting the
that one.
EVGA like X1 Lite or whatever.
Yeah, the X1 Lite's what I run.
Yeah, I heard there were some issues with it on some stuff, so I went with the Live Gamer Mini.
Okay. I've been using it for about the past 2 years now.
Does it work perfectly for you?
Maybe there's been a new revision that has issues, but I haven't had anything to really complain about it.
Yeah. I don't know. That's what I chose, though. So when I'm using that to get my PS2 capture, because I have a PS2 HDMI like convert, like the brand of names called Pound. They have like cables.
Oh yes. Did we DC? Discord? Hello?
What?
Oh, we good?
What's up? We good?
Yeah. Okay, we're good now.
What was it like crashing?
There was like a minor DC, very minor DC.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Just repeat whatever you said the last 5 seconds.
Right. Whenever I'm streaming like PS2 stuff with like my Pound cable, I can't use a program to directly see the capture card. I have to see it on OBS because OBS recognizes it as a camera, right? So I have to use a feature on OBS called a windowed projector. What that is you can just pop out the source onto a separate window. I use that whenever I'm like, I need like the screen on my main monitor for gaming or whatever. Because if I don't have that, I'd be looking into my stream screen, which is my model, a small little CRT of the game. I have to look at that when I'm gaming, and that's not going to work. So I want this like full screen windowed projector thing, right? It kept crashing on Wayland repeatedly. And what I had to do to fix it was basically run an X Wayland. I had to run the X11 version on Wayland, and it just works perfectly.
Yeah,
and that got me to daily drive Wayland full time.
Yeah, there is a number of things that are. This is a weird thing about OBS. So the running OBS under X Wayland rather than the native Wayland build. So running on X11 supported, running on Wayland supported, running it under X Wayland is not. But there are so many things on Wayland that are resolved by running it under X Wayland, whether it be global shortcuts. I think you can get. I think you might be able to get the browser docs working because there's like a render issue with them on the native Wayland side. Then you obviously have that issue, and they don't want to officially support it, but so many things are just easier. And I kind of wish they just said, we can't deal with them now, so we're just going to support it until we get things fixed.
Yeah. Like, the solution to stuff not running well on Wayland is just doing X-Wayland, X11 mode. It just works.
Yeah.
I'd like to run everything natively on Wayland, but sometimes my critical software, like OBS, kind of can't do that. I just, like, fuck it, just X11 mode. That was the barrier that got me to finally daily drive Wayland full-time.
Right.
Like, I'm still on KDE. I'm never switching. I think they're releasing a Cosmic thing soon, so I'm
Cosmic Beta's on the 25th. I was gonna ask if you were gonna try it out. I didn't ask you if you.
Yes.
You are gonna give it a shot.
Once Cosmic is fully out, or maybe even release candidate, we'll try it. Like, I'm not gonna switch to anything like, Hyperland or any sort of window manager. I'm not gonna switch to GNOME because fuck GNOME. KDE. Perfect for me.
Well, if you have it on KDE, there's no reason to leave, right?
Yes, I love KDE. Like, it's, in my opinion, it's the best desktop environment out there. Like, again, we'll see what Cosmic has. I want to try it, but it's like KDE just has everything for me. And like, one of the weird things I keep hearing about one of the downsides of KDE, you probably heard this before.
Sure.
There's too much customizability, and it's like that's not a negative. Positive. You want as much of options as possible for each individual user to customize. Like, sure, I could maybe like hear it's a little overwhelming for a new user. Not really. I keep things default mostly. I will eventually try to like quote unquote rice my system, but like I'm fine with the defaults. The only thing that I wanted that I think KDE should change from the default is when you install KDE or like a new distro with KDE pre-installed, sometimes the default is floating window like taskbar. I always set it to like static, stable, like non-floating, basically. I always disable that. I know
so it's
some
like
people
you mean when there's like the border around the bar?
No, so if you go on like your KDE desktop, you have like your little like start menu where it's like all your little icons and stuff. By default, they set it to have it be kind of floating a little bit. I don't really like that, so I always set it to like non-floating.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
I guess it's trying to emulate like a Mac environment because Macs like taskbars have that. I don't fucking know.
I know the dev who specifically wrote that change, and he loves the change. He's so happy about it being in KDE, and so many people have the exact same opinion as you. It was just like, no, I don't, because I think the floating taskbar and the floating status bar, that's the same underlying code, and most people just disable it.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. That's basically my Wayland stuff. Gonna talk about the game jam.
Sure.
All right. Do you want to introduce it or should I introduce it?
You go right ahead, I guess.
All right. So, I'm a game dev. Like, I've done game dev stuff for like a while now. I went to fucking college for that shit, right? So, I haven't done game jam stuff in like year and a half or whatever. And I was like, fuck it, I want to like make a game again. So I picked out a game jam. I picked out the Brackies game jam. And I asked this motherfucker right somewhere on my screen or your screen wanted to participate with me. Because I know you're like a programmer, you're like a software engineer, and I'm like, fuck it, want to make something? And so we did. I had a group of people, including Lace Spades, who's the other one of the other NixOS
Yeah.
Linux VTubers.
Yeah, Nick's somehow.
They also were helping with the programming. I had a VTuber friend, Giant Tab, work on the art and everything. We all worked on a game called Risky Duel. It's basically like that mini game in Kirby, where like or Kirby Superstar, where it's like the quick draw like duel mini game where you have to like wait for an opening then fire or whatever. It's the game. And we made it. It's out. I want to do some post jam stuff with it, but I think Lace is still kind of busy with some stuff. But like, once you all have time, I would really like to keep working on that game because I think it's really cool. Like, I really liked how the art style turned out, and like the whole thing's just great. I do wish I was a little more involved with like direct like coding of it, because I was kind of just taking a backseat, kind of just being like, do what you want, I won't interrupt you. I think next time I do a game jam, I want to be a little more involved and stuff like that. But I was the one that like made like the mechanics, like designed everything, made sure that like project management stuff, making sure things got in on time. Like I was sort of like the mastermind behind it. But I think next time I do a game jam, I want to do a little more of an active role. Like actually going in Godot, tweaking things myself, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
It was one of the...
Oh, go on.
Go on. No, you on.
I was gonna say, I think I was busy earlier in the week, so I think I just like turned my university mode back on and just, I think I did like 12 hours of programming one day just to get it up to speed.
Yeah. But was it fun with you learning Godot and all that? Like, you want to talk about some of the stuff you had with learning Godot?
Well, I had already been learning Godot a little while ago. I did, if you go on YouTube, you can find what's the video? It's Bracky's Godot tutorial, whatever.
Yes,
whatever
he's been doing Godot recently, and that's great.
Let me
I remember he was like a Unity guy, and then he was like, I'm gonna leave now, bye. And like he was like, okay, I'm back. Unity's doing his real-time runtime shit. I'm doing Godot tutorials. That one's been great. Like that and GE Quest are like the best Godot tutorials you can ask for.
Yeah, so I had done beforehand there's a online GD script tutorial where it just like takes you through the syntax and all that good stuff. And then I'd gone through the how to make a video game Godot beginner tutorial. It's like an hour and 17 minutes long. Provides you everything you need to know to like make a basic platformer. So I had like that basis there. And I have done Python in the past, and GD script is basically like a mashup of Python and JavaScript and Ruby. It's like a very simple scripting language, frankly.
It's kind of like how Game Maker Studio has like its own little like built-in engine or engine language.
Yeah. Also, Godot is also written in GD script, which is one of the nice things for plugin developers, because you can then write Godot plugins in Godot. Yes. Which is super cool. But yeah, so I had a general, mostly reasonable enough understanding of Godot to do a basic sort of game. There were a lot of things I ran into where I was just, I don't have as much experience with Godot, and was like kind of bashing my head against why the hell is this not working. So there are a lot of, let's just say, less than optimal design choices I made to make that game function in the time that I worked on it. A lot of passing around things through singletons, a lot of global values that probably shouldn't be globals, a lot of
you
call
pulled
stacks.
a yandere dev and made it all an if statement.
That takes more time. I don't know how much time he's written if statements in that game, but like, yeah, I know what a modular. I'm not gonna be like, if 1 equals true, if 1 equals negative, if 2 equals positive, if 3 equals negative, just use a fucking modulo. It was a good learning experience to get back up to speed with it, because I've done game development stuff in the past. I've done some Unity stuff in the past. I've done a little tiny bit of Unreal. But I've been wanting to go and do some of my own stuff with game development for a while. I started on the project and then got distracted. So it was a good way to sort of get back up to speed and like sort of refresh my memory on programming, right? Because once you've,
Yes.
it's kind of like learning to ride a bike, where once you've learned, you might feel if you take 5 years and don't ride a bike, it's gonna feel awkward the first 5 minutes, but you quickly get back up to speed.
Muscle memory, but like brain memory.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. That's why like I want to eventually like get back into programming myself, because like I want to like make stuff myself without like relying on other people to like program for me. I want to like actually be involved in that shit. So like I want to do that one thing that who is that one like super big Linux influencer guy, programmer, big YouTuber. What was his name that like has like a game dev like programming course? You know what I'm talking about?
Linux game dev
He's like a big Linux guy. He likes his Linux stuff. He has like was it let me actually look it up. I think it was called like boot.dev.
Like
boot.dev. Yeah, so boot.dev is the thing that I was using. What was the guy? The Prime again, that's his name.
Oh, yes, Mr. Primo Jam himself, yes.
Primo Jam. Yes, I want to learn like his like core. He has like a thing called boot.dev or something that like I want to learn myself.
That's the thing I'll do. Going around sponsoring a lot of people.
Yes, it looks cool. I may get into it at some point. That'd be neat.
I can't speak for the quality of the course. A lot of people talk about it.
Yes.
There's so many resources online to learn to program. It's really hard to sort of
narrow it,
evaluate the quality of all of them, just because there's there's thousands of hours of programming tutorials online at this point.
It's basically like if you want to learn to programming, and you want to like look up how to do stuff, you really get like choice process of like, well, there's this site, but there's this site, but there's this site, but there's, and it's like you have like, what do I pick? I want to do programming.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna do the funny gamified Chungus program.
Yeah.
I'll do that. I'll learn the low level stuff, and I'll be like, cool. I'm gonna game dev. Bye.
Well, like, if you just want to do game development, honestly, just check out the Brackies tutorial if you've not seen it yet. It's just a good place.
Well, I also want to like do some programming myself outside of game dev. Like game dev is the main thing I want to do, but like learning other like languages and stuff, having that like really foundational stuff out of the way is like great for me, because I can also potentially find a job with that. Work a dead end job that I don't like, you know. So that'd be a cool way to get out of that.
Well, time to pick up if you want to learn fundamentals. Time to pick up C.
Why C?
Because C is going to give you a lot of control, and you're going to be able to break a lot of things, and you kind of need to have a fundamental understanding of memory management to really do anything productive in C.
Can I learn Python and then C?
You can if you want to.
No, Python's like the most popular first language, so like if I want to do Python and then
Python or JavaScript,
I'll be
probably JavaScript's more popular. I don't know. One of the two's the most popular.
Yeah, but like I can learn C. I need to get the big thick C book though.
Yeah, the C programming language is it's a read.
Yeah, I'll do the funny like Linux femboy / trans girl thing of like, haha, I'm learning C, and it's just a book with my thigh.
Well, you can go the complete opposite direction.
Clone programmer sucks.
You can just go and say, I'm gonna learn Rust, and there you go. New solution.
I do want to learn Rust though. That's like the top thing I want to learn besides game dev is Rust. Like it's such a cool language. It's got all the cool stuff. Everyone's rewriting shit with it, and I think that's really cool because like I think one of the major things people misunderstand with Rust that like, yes, haha, fun that everyone's rewriting Rust and stuff. You know what the one best thing you can do to learn a programming language is rewrite an existing program that you know that knows your functions and everything in a different language. That is the best way to learn Rust. And that's why there's a lot of Rust rewrites, because people are wanting to learn Rust, and they're like, okay, I'll rewrite this random program in Rust, or that random program in Rust, basically. Like, that's great, you know? That's
this
perfect.
is why there are 70 NES emulators. Because the NES is a perfectly understood console, and it's relatively simple. Obviously, any emulation developer is going to like, don't care. It's relatively simple if compared to newer devices, and there's so much documentation on it.
And Game Boy, like, have you seen the Game Boy Studio engine? Like, the fucking McDonald's made a Game Boy game recently. That's wild.
Wait, what?
It's called like GB Studio.
Yes.
Yeah, Game Boy, it arguably could be even simpler than the NES, because, like, if fucking McDonald's made a Game Boy game for, like, their McDonald's Land promotion or whatever,
what the fuck? What are you talking about?
Oh, God, it's on the GB Studio website. If you go to GB Studio, go to their website, scroll down a little bit.
Oh, this is 2023, okay. McDonald's celebrates
GB
Grimace's
Studio
birthday
McDonald's.
with a GB Studio game.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, this one went way under my radar.
If fucking McDonald's can make a Game Boy game, you, the audience, if I can track my finger, you, the audience, can make a Game Boy game. Like, corporations don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're just like, drag and drop. Perfect. Cool. Thanks.
This seems like one of those things where it's just one engineer who was like, this sounds funny, I want to do it. And then they probably did it in their own time. And they're like, hey, do you want to buy this?
Yeah. Like, they hired, like, some people on Twitter or whatever being Pixar.
Yeah,
be like, just
do
it.
Well.
Throw $1,000 in the face and be like, yes, rent for 1 month. New York. No, like, half the month of rent in New York. Like, I live in a big city. My rent's fucking expensive. That's why I'm probably gonna move soon. Because, like, I pay so much for rent, and, like, I'm always like, oh, great, thanks, I have $2 in my account. Perfect.
Yeah, I live close enough to a city that it's convenient, but far enough away where
that's what I'm thinking.
It's not horrendous.
Yeah. Like, I went to fucking Portland recently to do stuff with friends, and, like, I really like that city and everything. So I heard, like, one of the things you can do is move to Vancouver, Washington, and, like,
I forgot there's a
live
Vancouver
there.
in America as well, yeah.
Yeah, it's confusing. You live there, because, like, Washington doesn't have, like, income tax or state tax or whatever, and, like, some sort of tax. And then you work in Portland, and have all the cool little benefits working in Portland. It's the best of both worlds. And I'm like, shit, should I do that? Should I make the fucking blah, blah, blah hour drive from blah, blah, blah where I'm at to Vancouver, Washington? It was great because I took a train to Portland. I have not taken a train ever. Like, I've done, like, you know, buses and shit, but I've never done, like, a fucking Amtrak train. That was an experience. It made me feel like, so I used to live in Florida, and they had Universal Studios or whatever, and they had, like, the Harry Potter world or whatever, right? Now, Universal Studios, it used to be 2 sections. It's now 3, because they added Epic Universe in, like, 2024, or I think even this year. That's what the Mario world is. Mario is in the Epic Universe. But originally, they had Islands of Adventure, which has, like, little mini sections dedicated to each property. They still have their Marvel stuff, which is really funny. Because Marvel got bought out by Disney, and they still have Universal stuff. But they have Harry Potter stuff in both Islands and just Universal Studios. So they made this really immersive thing that's also really good to transfer from one park to the other. Which is, okay, Harry Potter train. So you have a Harry Potter train that you can take from Islands of Adventure to Universal Studios, and it's super immersive, but it's also really great to get you from one park to the other one. That was the closest thing I had to riding a train, quote unquote. And then I went to Portland. I'm like, wow, I'm a trains girl.
That was the most American discussion of trains I've ever heard. Like, any European listeners like, trains are everywhere. What are you...
Trains are a normal day occurrence for me, but it's like, I take a bus, maybe the subway, and that's kinda it. Whereas,
Yeah,
I took a fucking Amtrak train, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah, we have local train lines that go into the city. One thing that would be lovely, and it's been proposed so many times, and it's just never gonna happen. I would love to see, like, countrywide train lines in Australia, because there are like cross-state overnight buses that exist, but like,
Yeah.
if we could have a nationwide circuit, that would be lovely. It's never gonna happen.
Oh, in Australia?
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I wish we used trains more often so we could,
Trains are cool. I like trains.
Trains are cool, yes, but like at the same time, it's like, airplane faster. So, like with trains, you don't have to do any of like TSA shit. You don't have to like fucking scan your bag. There's a fucking law that passed where I live where it's like you have to have a passport to fly domestically, and it's like internationally, sure, fine, do a passport, whatever. But no, it's domestically now, and it's like, I hate that. Why do I have to do that? Like, I have a passport, it's fine.
Wait, how many Americans have passports at this point?
I don't know, a lot.
Well, I guess it would be higher now
for some reason.
If you need, if there's places where there's like domestic passports.
Yeah, it sucks, but like, I have to deal with that with flying. Whereas a train, the only thing they check you for is your ticket. That's it. You can do whatever else you want as long as you have your ticket. It's fine. It's like, Jesus Christ, that's so insane.
45% now, apparently. Wow, that's a lot better.
It's less than half still.
Well, in the 90s, it was 10%. So.
Oh my god.
America's always been known for no one having passports. That's why it's the joke that like Americans don't know anything about the world because
geography.
They never leave the country.
Yeah. I don't know much geography because my public school system failed me. And private school because I was at a fucking Christian high school for 2 years. And me being a trans girl, it's like, gee, what a great environment to discover your sexuality and gender by going to a Southern Baptist high school. Now I'm in a better environment. It's like, yeah, I can be myself. But also, curriculum failed me because Christian high schools, you know what they fucking do? I don't want to get into like religion or whatever. I just want to talk on this because it's kind of interesting. Religious high schools, they don't use normal textbooks. They do like edited bias textbooks. Like, for example, biology, the Christian's perspective, history from the Christian's perspective.
Your hands
and
are freaking
all it
out
does
right now.
is bash stuff like, man, humanists are bad, and every sort of Christian-related event is good, and it's like, that's kind of a biased take on education, you know? Like, I don't know, I feel like curriculums in like schools nowadays should focus more on like giving the information to you and you figuring out for yourself what it means, where it's instead of like, this is what blah 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 is because blah 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 is morally good. That's more in lines with like ethics and literature more than like, because like, the literature thing of like the blue curtain.
Yes, I've made that shit. Yeah. I love the blue curtain. The blue curtains for anyone who's not I don't know if there's a thing in.
Can I talk about blue curtain?
Yeah, sure.
I'll explain what blue curtain is. So, in literature, there is an example of, let's say there's like a sad story, like The Great Gatsby or whatever, right? And they're talking about a description about a curtain being blue. What a lot of modern literature teachers do is they go, the blue curtain is supposed to be a metaphor on the character's depression or the state of the world. When it could just be, man, I want a blue curtain in there because I like the color blue. It's overanalyzing specific literary points to over embellish like a reputation or like a supposed depthness of like a book or whatever. I've had pretty awesome literature teachers where they don't do that shit. It's just like, yeah, here's the book. All you need to quiz you on is like plot points. What happened? Did you read it? Okay, good. Now we can discuss like various points or whatever. Because that's what we do with like Great Gatsby. I remember we read The Crucible. So The Crucible was really interesting because we had like everyone kind of reading separate parts like of the play or whatever. And I was I forget his name. It wasn't John Constantine. That's a DC character. It was like one of the main characters where he was like the guy who was like, I don't like this shit. Witch trials are bad. And he was like, well, if this is keep going on, then God is dead. Haha. And then he gets like executed or something.
Right.
Witch trials are like, shitty at the time. I read that character and it was really funny.
That's the hottest take you'll ever have. Witch trials bad.
Witch trials bad. Not Gnome bad. Not anything like that. It's Witch trials bad. Every con would be like, well, as a fellow anti-witch person.
Actually, so a bit of a side. I just want to side tangent this in. Do you?
Well, the side tangent of a side tangent, but sure.
Yes, yeah. We'll get back to the main side tangent in a moment. So, have you ever heard theories for how the witch trials actually happened? Like, what actually caused people to think that there were witches everywhere?
What happened?
So, when there is an early frost, what you'll often see happen is a thing known as ergot growing on the wheat. And when the witch trials started, this ergot was growing. And ergot it's a hallucinogen. It's very toxic, but it's also a hallucinogen. So basically, everybody started just tripping balls and thinking that this is like one of the leading theories. Everyone's just tripping balls and thinking the witches are everywhere.
It's really funny. Like, I imagine Salem, Massachusetts being like, oh my god, you did this witch thing. And they're like, no, you just tripped on acid a little too much.
Yep. Anyway,
it's fucking
main
funny.
Side tangent about literature is
Trains?
where we're at.
No, literature. Wait,
Yeah.
no, we did a side tangent about Game Jam, and then a side tangent about trains, and a side tangent about literature, and then a side tangent about witch trials. This is Inception, the Tech Over Tea episode. But,
I do remember. Go on.
Oh no, go on. Oh no, you on.
No, I was gonna talk about my experience with English teachers.
Oh yes, please.
So I had, you know how you probably, I assume you read Romeo and Juliet.
I did not actually.
You did not. Okay. So
let me say this real quick. When I was I did in American education we don't have like primary, secondary like what everyone else has. We have grades. So like we have kindergarten and 1st to 12th. High school, which is like secondary or whatever, is 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. I'm saying this because like some countries, like European countries, may do stuff differently.
Sure.
Or even people who live in Japan. So like you have 8th, 9th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. 9th and 10th, 11th, 12th is freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. It's kind of like college a little bit.
Sure.
I went to the Christian high school for 9th and 10th. I went to the public high school, which I moved to for 11th and 12th. There was a lot of required reading books for like graduating high school that I didn't actually read. So I didn't read 1984. I didn't read Romeo and Juliet. I didn't read any of like the crucial stuff you need, basically. I did read Great Gatsby. Cool ass book. But like, I didn't read any of like the other stuff. But yeah, go on.
Okay, so we read Romeo and Juliet, fairly normal thing to do. We read the modern English and the old English version. That part's not interesting. The part that's interesting is we also watched some Romeo and Juliet movies. And this is the fun part. So there was
I kind of have a feeling I know what you're going to say.
There was a relatively faithful adaptation in the 50. No, there's two of them we watched. There was a relatively faithful adaptation in the Romeo and Juliet
I
movie.
thought you were gonna say we had to watch Romeo and Juliet.
No, that wasn't out when at the time.
Oh,
54.
thank God.
1954. There is a really faithful adaptation of Romeo and Juliet. It's not a great movie. It's a serviceable Romeo and Juliet movie. However,
Kind of boring.
yes. However, there is also a 1996 movie. This is a this stars Leonardo DiCaprio, and it is a modern retelling of Romeo and Juliet. So everything in the movie is replaced with 90s modern elements. So horses are now cars, swords are now guns. There's a guy that had a longsword and it was a pistol with like a rifle scope on it. And it is
Just change it to a gun blade for that matter.
and everything about the movie is just really, really bad. And I would like if you just want to watch something, just if you know the general premise of Romeo and Juliet and you just want to see something where it's just nonsense, I cannot recommend it enough. Also, it has baby Leonardo DiCaprio in it as Romeo, so that's already just funny enough.
Oh, right, because he was like really young back then.
Yeah, I think he was in his 20s at that time.
Yeah.
So it was probably one of his.
We know him for like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where he's like kind of older.
Mm-mm. Yeah, so it was probably one of his first really big roles.
Yeah, it's really funny.
I'm just. It is a.
I was kind of
memory
expecting you
for
to be
me.
like, yeah, they replaced. Just don't replace swords with guns. Replace them with gun blades.
That would look. I get behind this. JRPG Romeo and Juliet. You know that probably exists now. I think about it. JRPG Romeo and Juliet.
Because there's something like Romeo. It's public domain, so you can do whatever the fuck you want with it. If it doesn't exist, I will write it, and it'll be a thing, and I'll sell it in stores.
The thing is,
it'll
actually,
be like market as like a comfy, cozy cottagecore isekai thing, and with the buzzwords, 1 million copies.
They made it on a $14.5 million budget and made $150 million. So
Jesus
they came out well with that one.
Yeah.
Before we I was gonna say before we sidetrack, you mentioned wanting to learn Rust. Before I forget about it, I would highly recommend checking out 100 exercises to learn Rust. I'll send you the link afterwards. It's just a bunch of like it's just 100 tests, 100 like problems where you're learning different Rust concepts. Teaches you how Rust strings work and how core Rust functions work and how just everything you need to know about Rust at like a basic level to get yourself started. It's a great place to go. Either that or like this is a kind of more structured way than just learning from the Rust book. It gives you basically problems from the Rust book.
Oh, yeah. I'll check that out. What I'm probably going to do with my like programming learning path is I'm probably going to do boot.dev for the fundamentals, finish all that up, and then do Rust as like I want to learn Rust. Or maybe do Rust as like a additional thing when I'm doing it. Like boot.dev, the whole curriculum lasts about a year. So probably during that year, I'll be like, okay, I kind of know my fundamentals. I want to learn Rust, and I'll probably do that 100 exercises thing. Because if it's taken directly from the book, the book they call it, I'll probably do that then. Yeah,
and each of the problems, it links you to the section in the book that that is about. So if you want to learn more about whatever it's talking about, everything's directly there.
Yeah, whenever like people are going around and being like, what is the thing I should read when learning Rust? 100% is the book. They call it the book. I know there was another book I was thinking of called like Rust in 30 lunches or something, where it's like you can learn Rust in like little like hour segments every day, because the guy wrote it when he was like doing his lunch breaks, and he kind of just learned it during then. So I could do that as well. Like
learn Rust in a month of lunches.
Yes.
Okay.
That was the book I was thinking about, because like I like my little like spend an hour doing the like very structured lessons plans. What I like the most, because it makes me paced and it works. It's perfect. Like, I don't like it when it's like, okay, learn the entire thing in your own pace. I'm really helpless in that. I was like, what choice do I do? Do I do these 2 in a day? Do I do 3 in a day? No, if it's like this is day 1, this is day 2, this is day 3, I'm a lot more willing to do that.
Yeah, I think we'll get way too hung up on the resources themselves. It's like, oh, what one should I pick? I think
Yes.
what you should pick is the one that you're going to finish. That, like, at the end of the day, like, whether it's with programming, whether it's with language, like, we'll talk about, oh, Duolingo sucks, but, like, yes, it does suck, but you don't have to just learn from one thing, and doing something is better than doing nothing, right?
Well, I recommend if you want to learn, like, very basic, like, if you want to fucking Spanish, I guess do Duolingo, but, like, Japanese from zero, end of story, bye. Not, what is it, Genji? Whatever the fucking other thing people recommend. No, it's Japanese from zero. I have some of the books. You do. Basically, like that. I need to get back on that series. It's great. That's what you learn for Japanese. And he also has like Korean as well. He has like some Korean books. It's kind of neat. It also has an anime person on the book, so you know it's quality.
Wow. That's how you...
Like, if you're showing the Japanese from zero book covers on screen, you know the characters that are showing up on each books? Apparently, he got the dudes who made Steins Gate to design the characters.
Sure.
All of them, apparently. This is really neat.
That's cool.
He's also a massive weeb.
Wow, I would never have guessed.
Yeah. That's what I'd use, but like, I think program was on my first step. You know?
Yeah,
well,
another thing...
go on.
I was gonna say, another thing that you know is high quality when they have anime girls on it is there is a section of the audio market called Chi-Fi, which is Chinese hi-fi audio, and basically every single company puts an anime girl on the box. It's just industry standard practice at this point.
If I find like a webcam or a piece of equipment that's like, here's an anime girl on it, I'll be like, okay, buying it.
Yeah, that's how...
Put Miku on your microwave, I'll buy it. Put Kasani Teto on your fridge, I'll buy it.
I did see a video the other day where it was, can you live your entire life only on Evangelion merch? And the answer is,
yeah,
mostly. There's a few things that are missing.
Probably meats. Probably meats.
I think the only...
They sell Evangelion steak.
I would not be surprised if that was a thing at some point.
Because I believe, like, I know there's like the Ava curry and there's like the Ava fruit or whatever, but like, I don't know there's Ava meats.
Well, there's Ava house paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about like general lifestyle. I thought you were talking about like food.
No, I mean like everything, like body wash, clothing, house paint, buses, trains.
Can you live with Spider-Man merch, Spider-Man food? There was a ton of Spider-Man stuff when the Raimi movies came out.
But I wouldn't be surprised. That's probably a good American equivalent. I don't know.
Yeah, when the Spider-Man Raimi movies came out, they were a big deal. Like, they're one of the best superhero movies of all time, but they were like a big deal back then because it was like the Spider-Man movie. Love the Raimi movies, great movies. 3 gets a bad rep, but I really like 3. You have like Spider-Man mac and cheese, Spider-Man apples, Spider-Man water bottle. It's like, can you live food-wise with all... Is there Spider-Man steak? Is there like Spider-Man's head on a steak? Is there Miles Morales on a steak? That's what I'm asking. I guess we can tangent a little bit into my comic stuff because I want to talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So I've been getting into comics recently because I remember I was watching some videos on like Spider-Man comics and how you should start reading, and I was like, I was recommended Ultimate Spider-Man, like the original Ultimate Spider-Man comic. And basically, the backstory of that is that Marvel wanted to make a new Spider-Man comic that didn't have any baggage of separate continuities. They just want to make their own thing. And it inadvertently started an entire universe.
Yeah, universe. Very Marvel.
Yeah. And the general consensus is that the rest of the Ultimate series had maybe a bit of the Ultimates suck. All those series sucked. Except Ultimate Spider-Man. Ultimate Spider-Man has some issues here and there. But it is a great series. And I remember reading all of it. Because it was on my phone. And then Spider-Man died. Peter Parker just died in the comic. He's dead.
Wow, spoilers.
And that's how Miles Morales was created. Because at the time, Marvel was we want a new Spider-Man, we want to shake things up a little bit. And there was a lot, it was right before, Amazing Spider-Man came out, the Andrew Garfield movies. There was a lot of, heavy casting rumors about, we want Donald Glover, who is the guy from Community, he's Childish Gambino, great dude. We want him as Spider-Man. We want a Black Peter Parker. It'd be cool. And Brian Michael Bendis, who was the writer of Ultimate Spider-Man, was like, fuck it, let's do it. So he made Miles Morales. He's named after Miles Davis, the jazz musician. He's not just Black Peter Parker, though. He has an entirely separate backstory. He's a whiz kid at
I think it would have been boring if they just made a Black Peter Parker, but they actually made him a character of his own.
He made them, because, a lot of, anti-woke channels are they're race swapping everyone. No, not with Miles. He did a separate character. He's a whiz kid at Brooklyn Visions. He has a roommate named Genki, who is his guy in a chair. He's young. He's a young kid, so he does all the lingo and shit. And I remember being okay, I'll give Miles a try.
You just sounded so old by saying it like that.
I'm a Zoomer. I am his age, kind of. Zoomer years of what is 1997 to 2010 or whatever. I'm that age range.
You're probably closer to 1997.
Are you millennial or are you Zoomer, if I may ask?
Born in 98, so very.
You're a
late.
Zoomer.
Yeah, very late Zoomer.
We are the same age range. Okay. So when I was reading that, I was okay, we'll give Miles a try. I remember liking the Spider-Verse movies enough to where I was Miles was good in them. I like the character. He's fine. And then I was okay, I love this character now. I'm going to read every single comic he's in. I have read every single solo series that he has been in, and I have been reading every single solo Miles series that has been released. I catch up with it every week, every time it comes out. Because it started with Brian Michael Bendis, who was the Ultimate Spider-Man guy. He continued with Miles. And then Secret Wars 2013 happened, which destroyed the Ultimate Universe and kind of brought elements into the main universe, 616 universe. Which is basically just two characters show up, Miles is in now. That's it.
Sure.
And then Brian Michael Bendis wrote the Miles Morales series for the 616 universe for years. I actually have, thanks to a comic book VTuber, Hikaru Hiroki, I have the first Miles Morales issue. My hand was so weird. I have the first issue of the Brian Michael Bendis 616 run and the last issue of the Brian Michael Bendis 616 run. And then a new writer came in, Saladin Ahmed. Kind of bad. I didn't really like it. It introduced some cool elements. It had a Clone Wars thing where you have different clones of Miles. He has to fight them. But one dude named Shift, big burly guy. He's a shapeshifter dude. He was great. I liked him, and he's a mainstay character in the main series, the current series now. I didn't really like his direction. And then you have Cody Ziegler, who is the current writer of Miles for 3 years now. The best Miles Morales run, the best Miles Morales artist or writer. He's not an artist, he's a writer. But
sure.
Cody Ziegler is a fucking weeb. So I'm going to show you a thing, real panel that happened in the current Miles Morales series. If this can convince some people to give comics and specifically Miles Morales a try, No, don't fucking crash on me, Discord. Oh no. Discord crashed on me.
Oh! Well,
I am back. Discord crashed.
hi.
Okay, am I back? Are we good?
Video's back now, yep.
Okay, yeah. Sorry about that. You can cut that on editing. So if you want one panel that'll convince people to read comics and or Miles,
Oh, yeah, this one, yeah.
that one. He'll walk. He references Dragon Ball. He references Jujutsu Kaisen. In the Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion series, I was like, man, I can't get my Crunchyroll account now because I'm in a different universe. Like, he made Miles a fucking weeb, like anime Twitter weeb, and that's fucking amazing. I love that for him. It makes it. He made Miles feel like someone that like. I kind of relate to him a lot more than Peter nowadays, because like Peter's the main Spider-Man. He's the the dude, but he's basically a millennial, like a very early millennial. Whereas Miles is the Zoomer Spider-Man, and I relate to him a lot more. Like, he isn't saying, like, they don't make it, like, pandering. Miles does not say, whoa, Rhino's skibbity-rizzing all over that fire hydrant, oh, goddamn, or something like that. Like, they actually make it like a realistic character. But he says, like, humorous things sometimes. That's cool, I like him. And he is now my favorite superhero, because I've read everything he's in, and he's great, and I played, like, the Spider-Man PS4 games, great games. I love Miles, he's great. But, like, not only Miles, but because I was reading Miles, I read, like, branched out to other series as well. Like, because the Superman movie came out. Have you seen the Superman movie?
I'm not big on superheroes. I have not.
I think you will like it.
The last superhero movie I watched was Part 2 of Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah. I think you should watch Superman.
I lied. I watched the new Fantastic Four movie.
Yes, great movie. But you should watch Superman. I think you would like it. It's written, directed by James Gunn. He did the Guardians movie, so if you like those movies, you'll like this. Because of Superman, I was like, I want to read some Superman stuff. So I've been reading. There's like several Superman series that have come out now, which is great because it was only just Superman. They released 2 more Superman series. They released Superman Unlimited, which is written by Dan Slott, who was the guy who made the Spider-Verse comics. He also wrote Shattered Dimensions, which is the Spider-Verse game that inspired the Spider-Verse in the comics. And then Spider-Man the Kryptonite Effect, which is made by the team who wrote this really weird, interesting series called Ice Cream Man, which is an anthology series that has really weird, like, singular storytelling, paranormal shit, and it's great. I'm reading that. Like, Superman's great. I'm reading some Batman, some Green Lantern. Superman's like my favorite DC superhero. No. Actually, no, it isn't. Mr. Miracle is my favorite. Because I read...
What the fuck is Mr. Miracle?
So, Mr. Miracle is one of the new gods. So, you know Darkseid from DC, big gray dude?
Sure.
He's part of the new gods, like, group of characters, which is like... Or from another plane of existence, or like another planet or whatever. They're basically gods. They're the new gods, basically. Super powered dudes. Mr. Miracle, I believe, was the son of... I think it was son of Darkseid? Because, like, they did the thing where it's like, Darkseid had a kid, and then the High Father had a kid, and they swapped kids for some reason. So one is like, he was... I think Mr. Miracle was... No. He was a High Father kid, but he was raised in Darkseid's kingdom, Apocalypse. And he is Mr. Miracle because he's a miracle escape artist. He learned how to escape any fucking trap Darkseid laid him in, and he escaped with his wife. They brought her to Earth. And they have a kid, and it's great. Mr. Miracle, I read the Tom King run. It was like 12 issues, a maxi series. Great shit. And then I was like, okay, there's a new God series coming out. So I read that, and it's also really damn good. Like, a lot of cosmic shit, and it's great. Reading a lot of that. with the Marvel side, I've been reading like Venom stuff. A lot of people. So, do you know who the current Venom is? It's not Eddie Brock. I guess who the current Venom is?
I don't read comics. You go right ahead. I'm just
It's Mary
enjoying
Jane.
this.
It's Mary Jane
yes,
Watson.
I did. Okay, I did hear about this. So let me just give my context on comics for a second.
Yes, please.
Every so often, I will see a short on comics. So now I just randomly get recommended like Marvel lore. It's like, hey, what?
Yes.
It's like, why did this person do this thing? Oh, like it's just I have no context for the rest of the series. But anytime something big happens like that, I occasionally will see it.
Yes. Mary Jane is Venom, and I didn't agree with it at first, but the writing has been really good towards like I can kind of excuse a little bit. Eddie Brock is Carnage now, and they're doing like a true crime series where he's like killing like serial killers and stuff. That's great. I love that. When I went to Portland, oh, is it gonna crash again? I'll be back in a sec. Hold on.
Maybe it won't crash. You might. Oh, nope. At least it's not me with the tech issues today. Oh, amazing.
Okay, I'm back. You know what I'm gonna do instead? I'm gonna send you these on my phone.
Okay. Oh, is it crashing when you're sending a file?
Yes.
Have
you had that issue?
That would probably be Portal related, I would assume.
Maybe, because I like copy paste a file and it just crashes my client.
Yeah,
I'm not using Discord. I'm using Desktop, which is like a alternate client.
Okay, could be. Yeah, if it's Desktop, I don't know what the hell it could be then. Maybe it's Portal related. Maybe it's a Desktop bug, a regression or something. I don't know.
But I'll show you this. I went to Portland. I bought a bunch of books from Powell's. These are all the books. You can show this on screen. I'll go over each one individually. So from top to bottom, left to right. So you have a book called Super Gods by one of the greatest comic writers of all time, Grant Morrison. Super cool dude. They're also non-binary. They wrote a book on like it's basically an analysis of superheroes and the superhero genre. It's great. I read a bit of it. The prose is so good. It's so interesting. The book that I was mainly in Portland to begin with for was a magical girl, queer all-girl cast, like punk rock action-y book called Magica Riot. I've heard it's so good. I bought it and I'm reading it. I'm gonna read it. And then I bought all three Lord of the Rings books because I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. I got into Magic the Gathering recently because my roommate really wanted to get into it as well. And she runs like a Doctor Who deck because like they're doing much like crossovers for
yeah. I heard about the Final Fantasy thing.
Yes, the Final Fantasy ones. I have the Cloud deck. They've gotten a lot cheaper in price. I remember getting like the Final Fantasy 14 one with the Y'shtola on it. I'm probably gonna swap Y'shtola out for Gahatia, the Taco Catboy. I call him Taco Catboy because in Dawn Trail he eats a giant taco.
Dawn Trail, yeah.
Yes. Like I love Lord of the Rings. I read them when I was in middle school. I finally bought myself copies of Lord of the Rings for myself. I have a very unpopular opinion that people may fight me over. I actually like the movie covers of Lord of the Rings. A lot of people fucking despise the movie covers. I don't like the Rings of Power covers for the books because Rings of Power is not a good series. Super poorly written. But the Peter Jackson Lord of the Rings movies is amazing. Some of the best fantasy films of all time. So like, yeah, I want to get the things with the movie guys. So my Fellowship of the Ring does not have movie stuff. Two Taros has Christopher as Saruman, and Return of the King as Aragorn. Then I bought I wanted to get two D&D books. I wanted to get Starfinder, which is Pathfinder sci-fi series system. Then I wanted to get the D&D Dungeon Master's Guide because I am going to be running a Starfinder series pretty soon on streaming it, and I want to kind of get like some DM resources. And I heard that the Dungeon Master's Guide for D&D 2024, basically 5.5 edition, has a lot of system agnostic, really good advice for DMs. Like, you have an hour to prep. Here's what you prep. You have 2 hours to prep. Here's what you prep. Like prep advice, table etiquette, like stuff like that. Really good book, I've heard. And then there are manga of superhero stuff. I wanted to get Deadpool Samurai, which was a little mini like series they did of like Deadpool, he's in Japan, he meets like Japanese Spider Girl, and they team up do stuff together.
Sure.
A very last issue of the because Cody Ziegler also wrote a Deadpool series, which was fucking great. They just wrapped up that series with a 3 issues mini called Wolverines and Deadpools. Deadpool has a daughter. Deadpool and his daughter team up with Wolverine and his daughter, and they go do stuff. 3 issues. And that basically wrapped up his entire like Deadpool run. They made a bonus chapter of Deadpool Samurai just for the last issue of Cody Ziegler's run. Like they got the guy to the mangaka to write it, you know. So I was like, okay, I want to buy that because I want to read it. And then I saw this one series called Superman vs. Meshi. It's a Superman manga where it's like he's in Japan, Batman's in it, Wonder Woman's in it, and I'm like, okay, how many issues is it? How many volumes is it? It's 3 volumes. I don't know why my hand's doing that. It's 3.
Cover? I have the volume 1 cover open right now.
Is it him eating the rice bowl?
Yes.
Yeah. But it's 3 issues. It's 3 like volumes. Right? And I was like, well, they have all 3. I'll buy them. Yeah, I think like if you read a lot of manga and you have a vague interest in like superhero stuff, there was a lot of superhero manga, like specifically Marvel DC superhero manga. Like there's a Batman series, there's the Superman series, Deadpool. There's a lot of cool stuff you can find. So if you're one of those people that's like, ugh, Western comics bad, but I like my Deadpool, read Deadpool Samurai. But also get that bias out of your head. Western comics are great.
I have I have 1 page of a Superman Meshi open right now. Sorry to keep you waiting, Crunchy Noodles. I'll send you the link. Here we go. Sorry to keep you waiting, Crunchy Noodles. No. Oh no. They lost their crunch. That's not Crunchy Noodles. The Parademons made my Crunchy Noodles get soggy.
That's so good. I can't wait to read that because I have the physical copies now. Yeah, if that doesn't convince you to read it, nothing will.
Okay, that is tempting.
Yeah. Do you like read manga digitally or do you buy volumes?
I will usually read it digitally and then buy the volumes for the things I really enjoy.
Yes, that's what I do as well. Definitely give it a try digitally. I don't know where you can find it digitally, but you could probably like go on pirate sites and find it or something. But read it.
Yeah.
Read comics in general. They are good. Also play Magic. It's good. Play TCG games in general. Play any TCG games?
I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Years ago. Used to play a bit of
That's the only card game I'm kind of not really wanting to get into. Because like year and a half ago, I tried getting into Yu-Gi-Oh! With a friend of mine. And it is so full of 1 turn, double, triple whammy, you're dead moves.
Yeah.
It's so hyper competitive that a casual player cannot really get into it. Whereas Magic doesn't really have that issue. It's separate to brackets. There's also banned stuff as well.
The benefit that Yu-Gi-Oh! Does have is... So Magic has the issue where there are hyper expensive cards. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has hyper expensive cards. And every so often they're just like, ha! Fuck you, scalpers, we're reprinting. And just crash.
It's really funny because, like, there's a list of banned cards. They call it the reserve list in Magic. And those are cards that you cannot reprint under any circumstance. This includes Black Lotus. Apparently, people would like threaten to sue Wizards of the Coast who make Magic for reprinting those cards. Because, like, oh, I spent blah, blah, blah amounts of money as an investment towards this card. And if you lower the price by reprinting it, I'm going to sue you because you lost me money.
Yeah.
That's why they can't reprint stuff like Black Lotus or whatever.
Yeah.
Because of that shit. And it's so weird.
Yeah, there's also what was the card? It's like sold for like $250,000.
Oh, the One Ring?
Yeah.
Yeah. Post Malone owns that now because he's a big Magic guy.
Yes.
Yeah, so for context, when the Lord of the Rings set came, which I have a bunch of Lord of the Rings cards, I love Lord of the Rings. I have a Sauron deck. That's my commander deck.
Mm-hmm.
When Lord of the Rings came out for MTG, they teased that there was going to be one singular printing of the One Ring.
Yeah.
It's like a super duper hyper foil card.
Mm-hmm.
It looks really cool. It's in a booster. Go find it. And it was eventually found. I believe it was eventually bought by Post Malone, who's a music artist. Because he's a big Magic nerd, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
I have also heard, I don't know if this is like substantiated, but there was a rumor I heard from a friend of mine. There is actually more than one of that copy out there because people had to test it.
Mm-hmm.
There was also like friends of like employees who probably got like a copy because of their connections. So there could be more.
Yeah, they're obviously
don't
printing samples and things like that shouldn't have made their way into production.
Yeah, but there could be more that is out there, which is really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Magic sets that I have a Sauron deck. I have a Gandalf deck. So what the Gandalf deck is, so in Magic, you have different types of cards, like how Yu-Gi-Oh! Does. You have creatures, sorceries, which you can play only on your turn, instants, which is you can play on anyone's turn. If someone's like, I cast 10 damage on you, go, nope, counterspell. It's an instant card. You also have artifacts and equipment, which is like stuff you can tap for mana or add to a dude or have an effect, or it's like I have one card that I have as an enchantment, which is I believe it's 1 blue and 1 colorless. It's called Unstoppable Plan. At the end of your end step, untap all your permanents. Broken card, super cheap to get. So what I do with my Sauron deck involves milling cards and summoning creatures from your graveyard to the battlefield for free, basically. So what you do is mill a bunch of creature cards, put them out. Big dudes, like 7/9, 8/8. Sauron is a 9/9. Is that a 9/9 or 7/7? He's a big dude, basically, as your commander. And for those who don't play Magic, Commander is a standard where you have 100 cards. They all have to be, like, unique cards. You cannot have 2 of each, except lands. Lands are fine. And you have what's called a commander, which you have in a separate zone that you can summon anytime. And if he gets killed, you have a commander tax, so you have to put 2 more mana on it to summon that card. So you have your Sauron card, and the point of it is that you have a bunch of big dudes that all attack your enemy for, like, big damage. If you go swing like that, you'll be left down in the open because they're all tapped, and you can't block with tapped creatures. What my Unstoppable card does is be like, okay, they're untapped. So I can swing out for big damage and still have my blockers. Like, I spent probably like $100, $200 to like fine tune that deck. It's a physical deck I own, and I made sure it's so good. I love that deck so much. But my Gandalf deck is just like, it's a spell slinger. Just, swing this and this and this and this. It's not creature heavy. What Gandalf's ability is if you cast an instant or sorcery, you also trigger an effect on Gandalf, which I believe is like, you can either copy the instant and choose a new target for it, deal 5 damage, untap a creature or something, or put Gandalf on top of your library. So what this is good for is board wipes. So if you're like, okay, I'm going to cast Blasphemous Act, it deals 12 damage to every creature, which is a board wipe. However, before I trigger Blasphemous Effect's card effect, Gandalf can choose to leave the battlefield, go on top of your library. He's not dead. And then your next turn's draw step. Oh, he's in my hand again. Okay, we summon him. Because you don't want Gandalf to die because he goes back in his command zone for 2 more additional mana. You want to keep that mana cost low for Gandalf. So that's a really funny deck. I'm also making what is called a Veni deck. So what this deck is going to be is you can have proxies of various cards. Like, oh, I just have an anime girl as a card, right?
Sure.
There is a card, and I will send this to you on my phone. I don't want to crash my system again.
Crashes anyway.
Cruel Claw. What Cruel Claw is it's got a little otter weasel on it or something.
Sure.
And I'll send you what it looks like. You can put this on screen. Looks like this. It's Cruel Claw.
Okay.
What if that was Veni? What if that was me? So the point of that deck is I'm gonna buy like a really popular like red-black deck called Endless Punishment. I have a physical of it. It cost me an armor leg to get because it's a really popular set because it's such a good set. Tweak it a little bit, add a Cruel Claw to it, make a proxy that has me on it as Cruel Claw. Veni deck.
Sure.
Because technically a stoat is related to a weasel or mustelids. So why not? Go ahead. Perfect. Great.
Sure.
Yeah, that's all the magic stuff that I'm doing. Because I bought all the... I'm also making a Doctor Who deck, but like it's sort of a work in progress. Like my favorite Doctor is the 6th Doctor, Colin Baker. Love that dude. Everyone hates him, but I love him. He's so sarcastic and so mean, but he's great. I'm making a deck based off of him, but like I'm getting a lot of scraps off of my roommate's decks because my roommate bought the Blast from the Past Doctor Who the pre-constructed deck. And she was like, I don't like most of this. You can take it. I'm like, okay. So I'm building a deck based off of her scraps, basically. I'm really getting into Magic. That and collecting comics recently has really taken a toll on my wallet. But it's worth it because I'm enjoying it, and you always have to have self-care, when you want to function in life.
Yeah, Magic is something...
Those are the stuff...
Oh, go on.
Go on. Are you on?
I was going to say, Magic is something I've always known people that play Magic. I've just never gotten into it myself.
Yeah, Magic's cool. You should get into it. I will do a collab with you on that if you ever want to get into it. I can show you how that works and everything. It's multiplayer. So you can have more than like 2 people playing it. Because the best thing about Commander is that you can play up to 3, 4, 5, 6 people. I don't think there's actually a limit. There's not a limit to players, but the general consensus is like 3 to 6 is usually what you want. 4 is perfect.
Right.
5 is a little much. But like, if you're like, I want, like, the FF14 deck is probably one I probably recommend you try. Because you like FF14. You can have your Stola as your commander. You can have Grahatia, the Taco Catboy, as your commander as well. But you don't even have to use those your commander. You can technically use any legendary creature card. Or, no, any creature card in general, because there's Pauper Commander, which is all cards have to be regular cards, not legendary. You can have any creature card you want as your commander, which is really funny. Like, there's a deck that I have had the unfortunate displeasure of being played against, a buddy deck, where it's like, okay, I have this card called Heir Apparent, and what that does is it looks for other Heir Apparents and makes a bunny token.
Right.
And you can just chain that over and over, because the commander rule is that you can only use one card, one type of card, or for each. So you can't have like 2 Blasphemous Snipes. You can't have 2 Gutter Snipes. But Heir Apparent explicitly says you can have up to as many Heir Apparent cards as you want on any deck. So technically, it is a legal commander deck because of that. And it's a token spam. It's like, okay, I put in Heir Apparent, we saw the Heir Apparents, makes it a bunny token. I put another Heir Apparent, we saw more bunny tokens, and more bunny tokens, and more bunny tokens. It's so many bunny tokens that it overwhelms the player. And I hate it, and it sucks. You can add any commander you want, It's great. It was even a Sonic the Hedgehog little mini set. They call it a secret lair drop. Like 10, 12 cards come out for like, I think they did a My Little Pony doing Afterless Airbender. That's a main series. That's not a Secret Layers thing.
Mm-hmm.
They did Sonic. Apparently, the Eggman card for that series is being considered to be the highest bracket card. Like, stupid powerful. It's like, it's token spam. Was either Eggman or Shadow?
Ah.
It was one or the other, but it was like one of them. I think it was Shadow, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one of them, right? No, I think it was Shadow, actually. I think it was Shadow that was that. Let me get the Shadow card. MTG Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadow the Hedgehog, he is a legendary creature. 4/2, he has haste.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever Shadow the Hedgehog or another creature you control with flash or haste dies, draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
Chaos Control. Each spell you cast has split second if mana from an artifact was spent to cast it, which means I believe you cannot counter it. As long as it's on the stack, players can't cast spells or activate abilities that aren't mana abilities. Okay, so that was it. It wasn't Eggman, it was Shadow.
Right.
That is stupid powerful that every spell, so this doesn't just include sorceries or instants,
Mm-hmm.
it includes creatures, it includes artifacts, it
Mm-hmm.
includes enchantments. Every single card you cast it isn't a land card. Now has split second. Because Chaos Control. Where's my damn fourth Blasphemous Act card?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the card that I was thinking of, not Eggman. Eggman's fine though. I like Eggman.
Mm-hmm.
But Shadow was the card that's like, okay, this is super powerful, we're going back in 5. It's like, what the fuck?
I know.
Okay, sure.
I've never been able to really get myself super into a card game. I just like to follow from the outside. So I played Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid. I played the Pokemon card game as a kid. But I do occasionally get recommended Yu-Gi-Oh content, and that game is cooked.
Yes.
I think my favorite part about the game is the point of the point of the way Yu-Gi-Oh cards are written is each card is supposed to be all of the rules to play the card. They're all supposed to be able to be independent without understanding the rest of the rules, which leads to a problem of a lot of duplicated text. The problem also is there's a lot of cards where official rules have had to retcon the card because the cards have mistakes, which is fun. You have this fun issue where it's like search your deck for a specific quoted card name, and sometimes either that card doesn't exist, or it will say search for this type of card, and at a time it made sense and there were only cards of that name, and then they make the name more generic later on.
Yes.
And then now there's like 30 cards that it can search for and the card becomes broken.
Yep. I want to read you a Yu-Gi-Oh card that exists. I have a physical copy of this. This card is called Linear Equation Cannon. I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh, by the way, but I know this card. Linear Equation Cannon. I'm going to read you the rules of this card, and I want you to tell me if you understand how this card works. During the battle phase, declare a whole number from 1 to 6. Okay. Choose one effect monster your opponent controls. Multiply the effect monster's level X, the desired declared number, and add the number of cards your opponent controls, and check if the result equals the number of cards in your graveyard. If yes, send cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard, declare number, and if you do, shuffle cards your opponent controls into the deck, up to the number sent by the graveyard. If no, you lose life points equal to the declared number times 500. When my roommate showed me this card, it's like, Veni, can you read this? Can you send this for me? I look at it, I'm like, huh?
This is
YouTube buffering logo on my head?
This is a chill card. This is one of the easy ones. This doesn't have an entire essay on it. I love the ones where it's
Are you saying there is more complicated ones?
Oh, considerably. Yes, considerably. This is an easy one.
Tell me one.
Let's see. Let's just look up Yu-Gi-Oh card with most text. Let's see what shows up.
Now my roommate wants to recommend me like the Malice deck, like
Here we
some
go.
waifu deck or something. Like I would play it if I had a waifu aggro deck, like something similar to how my Sauron functions, but waifus. And I don't think that exists. Okay, I'm going to read this live.
I don't know what this card is, so I just found it though.
It's not gonna let me load it. Whatever. Okay, this is called Ion, the Mighty Master of Magic. You can remove 6 spell counters from your field. Special summon this card from the Pendulum Zone. Then count the number of cards you control that have a spell counter. Strap down the many cards on the field, and if you do place spell counters on the card equal to the number of cards destroyed. The effect of Endymion, the Magic Master of Master Magic, once per turn.
I can't even read
That's
it.
not even the ability. This is the main ability. Once per turn, when a spell, trap card, or effect is activated, quick effect, you can return 1 card you control with a spell counter to the hand, and if you do, negate the activation. If you do that, destroy it. Then you can place the same number of spell counters on this card that the return card had. While the card has a spell counter, your opponent cannot target it with card effects. Also, it cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. When this card with the spell counter is destroyed by battle, you can add 1 normal spell from your deck to your hand.
So a lot of that text comes from it being a pendulum card, but every time, what they do is every time there is a additional effect on a card, rather than just saying, check the rules for what that thing means, they duplicate the text on the card. So you end up having these cards where they have just shitloads of text because they don't want to have a card rule book.
The fuck? That's awful. I hate that.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you ever see the anime where it's like, oh, we're going to spend 5 minutes explaining how this card works, that's just the game.
Yep.
Yeah. And then let alone all the one-turn decks that exist, or there was what I heard of the other day where they had to ban this, I forgot what the card was, but they had to ban the card from tournaments because it caused a 30-minute turn.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah. Because I think
what was the card?
I don't remember, but I think it was like a deck. It caused like a deck out, but it was done in like some real stupid way.
Deck out isn't like making the person mill their deck.
Yeah,
lose, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I think another issue with Yu-Gi-Oh was that its format is eternal. Like, you can use basically any card you want as long as it's not banned.
Yep.
Commander, Magic Commander, it's eternal, but it's multiplayer. So there's a lot more nuance to, like, your double, triple whammy, blah, blah, blah cards, because you're doing it with multiple people. As if you do it to one person, everyone else is going to be like, okay, we're going to ally with each other and just target you. Basically.
Right.
There's a lot more political action that you do in Commander. Like, you can form alliances and target this person. You can declare war on everyone. And it is multiplayer, so more people are included in it as well. I think next time we do a Magic collab, I think I want to invite you, because I think you would enjoy it.
Maybe. It could be interesting.
And you can play the Final Fantasy XIV deck. Like, there is a lot of references in that deck. Brand's in it.
That's cool.
He's an adventure card. Also, I believe, I'm not sure if this is fan made. You know, in A Realm Reborn, when he's like a zombie, and like there's zombie like butlers doing like the fucking Manderville dance. I think that's a token.
Sure.
You can get those as actual cards. I think. I may be wrong on that.
Oh, you're right. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I was trying to think for a second. Yes. I remember this. Yeah. I hadn't finished the Mandeville questline, but I did do some of the early stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I did like all the way up to Stormblood. I think I need to just bite the bullet, play Dawn Trail, play out Dawn Trail, because I haven't done that yet. I kind of dropped off when Endwalker wrapped up, because like Endwalker was the best. I love Endwalker. I remember when I played Endwalker and I finished it, it was like, you have the credits and you have like your character looking up at the sun and being like, oh, Warrior of Light! And it's like, holy shit. That was a Dragoon back then. And I dyed my Dragoon armor to be white.
Mm.
So I was like a white Dragoon. I was the white Azure Dragoon. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, that's me. I'm that.
I think I played Endwalker as. I think was I? I don't think I was doing Reaper. I don't know.
I did Reaper after I beat the game.
I think I did Sage.
That's my main class now.
Yeah, I think I did Endwalker as a set. I usually was like when I was going through, I was swapping jobs each expansion, mostly playing healer or tank.
You have not done Dawn Trail, have you?
No, I haven't touched Dawn Trail yet.
Are you planning to at any time?
Probably. Well, I will. I might play Dawn Trail depending on what the next expansion is. Because if the next expansion, like Dawn Trail is like it's a realm reborn again. It's like the start of a new story. So if the next expansion's not good, I'm just not gonna care about the game anymore.
Right. I get that. I heard that like it's start of a new story, so they're kind of introducing a lot of other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard that my favorite character, Kryl, has a lot of cool moments in it, and I'm cool with that. Also, there's apparently a lion girl in it that is a trans girl, and that's really cool. I really like that. Like she's voiced by a trans woman. That's kind of cool. Also, there are like a lot of interesting I'm trying to keep it spoiler free. There's a lot of really interesting locations they go to, and it's like you can do that in Final Fantasy 14 online. Really? Okay. It gets wild at the end. I've heard.
Okay.
I haven't touched it because like it kind of dropped off, and also they ruined Dragoon. Dragoon was like my ride or die class from Heavensward on, where it was like, I love Dragoon, I love the lore of Dragoon, I love the fucking combat of Dragoon. And like, okay, you know that like one move you do, they have to like manually press every few like rotations. Like
I actually hadn't played Dragoon. That's one of the jobs I had never leveled.
Yeah, you remove that. And I was like, well, now it's a mindless class. Like, what the fuck? And then I'm like, okay, Reaper looks cool. I was really hoping it would just be a necromancer thing, but no, it's Reaper because China, you know, they don't like necromancy being mentioned. This is like taboo or something. I'm like, okay, I'll play Reaper. And I was like, this is just Dragoon, but better. It is peak class. I know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do the peak cinema thing.
Yeah. It's not working for you.
Yeah, my tracking here is a little scuffed, but like it'll be fixed. But I was like, peak class, love that shit.
I think I started the game as a paladin. I think it was when I went to Heavensward that I started playing healer.
So when I played FF14, I started out as a black mage because I wanted to play a character that didn't have to go in the middle of combat and just kind of pick spells on my own, right? I don't want to have I didn't know what a tank was at the time, so I was like, yeah, I'll do cast spells. But it was super slow. I didn't really like the pacing of it. I just wanted to go up there and just beat the shit out of the dude. And I was like, what can I do? Well, Dragoon is being featured in Heavensward because it was like when Shadowbring was out. I was like catching up with that.
Okay, yeah.
So I was like, I know Dragoon's featured in Heavensward. I'll try that. And then I was like, fuck, I am the Azure Dragoon. Not Estinian, I am the Azure Dragoon. Whenever there was a fucking mention of, oh, Estinian is the Azure Dragoon, I was like, no. Me. I went through the class quest. I am the Azure Dragoon, not him. Me. I'm the Azure Dragoon. And then I was like, okay, fine, you can be Azure Dragoon. I'll be Reaper. Fine, whatever. But Reaper's great. I want to try Viper. That's the new melee class.
Yeah, the Kirito class. Yeah.
Yes. Kirito class. Because dual blades.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I try Viper. I may just stick with Reaper because like void shit. You have a little demon dude. You combine together. You do your burst effect, I think it's called. I have not played F14 in a long one, but like your burst, where it's like you store stuff and just burst it. That shit I love. And the lore is great. It's great.
I just really like healer Qs. That's my Honestly, I like healer queues.
Yeah, instant pop. Well, tank also depending on like the class as well.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
if like I know the new Ectomancer is a DPS, right? It's not a healer.
yeah, yeah. DPS, yeah.
They only introduced 2 DPS, no healers or tanks.
Yeah, the game yeah. A lot
Game
of
needs more
games have this issue.
healers.
Marvel Rivals has this issue. Every game has this issue. They hyper focus on DPS because that's what most people want to play.
That's fair, but like we need more variety, you know.
Mm.
Um,
Well, the problem with
you play
healers in 14
Sage?
is they're all one button DPS. They're all one button damage. That's the main issue.
Sort of. Like with Reaper, I have like a rotation going.
No,
A lot
healers.
of like
Healers are one button damage.
healers. Yeah.
Like
Holy,
White Mage is just spam holy.
holy.
Yeah. Yeah.
All your stuff just holy.
Yeah.
And then okay, now you can do your earth and your fire or whatever. No, what was the earth and wind damage for White Mage?
I don't remember what the spell was called, but yeah. Well, I like what I like about 14 when people come up with like dumb rotations. Like there is a one button rotation for monk, which is it's not optimal whatsoever, but it technically functions and it makes the class work. And it's not optimal, but it's within like 15% of optimal damage, so it's actually
What's
playable.
the button?
There's dragon something or other. I don't remember the fucking movie. It's been so long
I
since
don't really play monk.
I haven't played 14 since the end of Endwalker, so
Yes, same here.
And I don't know if they've done any reworks to Monk that break it either.
I think they did.
I did play
I know they did class reworks of some characters. I know that I think maybe Paladin got a swap. I know there's like a YouTube channel that I recommend for like FF14 tutorials. He just released one for Reaper. His name is Wescalber. The best tutorial channel for FF14 classes. To Wescalber, go to his videos. I believe it was Paladin. I believe it was a rework of Paladin. What else? They changed Black Mage on 7.2. Changed that. Did they change anything else? I don't know. They changed some stuff basically. With some characters and like don't fuck with my Reaper, Square Enix and Yoshi P. Appreciate it. So I just want my funny little. I want to like. I don't want to do mindless damage. Like when I fucking play gacha games, like I love Uma Musume. I want to mention Uma Musume. I was wanting to mention Uma Musume in this stream or chat or whatever.
Sure.
Uma Musume is great. Uma Musume, you have to think about like leveling your stats or whatever. Like when I'm leveling my wife King Halo, I'm like, okay, do I want to do it? Do I want to do a recreation? Oh, she's low on energy. Do I want to do a rest? With other like gacha games that have like AFK, boring, mindless, don't care. Whereas like for the FF14, I want my rotation. I want to kind of think, okay, I have to do this for a directional. I have to do this to do this, do this. Simplifying jobs to have it be, oh, your dragon meter's gone now. It's like I'm not interested anymore. I'm done, you know?
Yeah, what they wanted to. So the problem that 14 has is they simplified jobs and then made content harder. But the problem is the harder content isn't until you start doing extremes. And most people are not doing those. So what you end up having is simpler jobs and mindless dungeons and trials. And it's like, yeah, I kind of wish they had stayed with the simpler fights and had the more complex rotations. I think that's just more interesting.
Yes.
But it is what it is.
Or do both. More complex both.
It can get a bit much, but yeah.
Yeah. I tried doing fucking Savage rating. It's not my thing. I can do some extreme trials. That's cool. But like Savage rating, no. That requires like hours of my life I don't want to dedicate to.
honestly,
I already
that's,
have like 2,000 hours in FF14.
that's kind of my main reason for falling out of 14. I just don't have the time to, firstly, arrange when to play a game, and just like, if I'm gonna get back at, look, MMOs just are not for me right now. If I'm gonna play an MMO,
Right.
I will eventually slide back into RuneScape. I don't know. I played that for
Old school
5 years.
RuneScape?
I played RuneScape before there was an old school RuneScape. I played.
I never played RuneScape at all.
I played back in 2007. I played for like 5 years from there.
Yeah, I've never played RuneScape at all. My main MMOs back then was like Toontown. Remember that shit? I love that shit.
Also played
Out to
Adventure
Corporate
Quest Worlds back
Clash.
then.
What?
I played Adventure Quest Worlds as well.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that. I played a little bit of World of Warcraft.
Mhm.
I was on when Miss Pandaria was out. I was a panda.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then I tried also playing World of Warcraft Classic. Grindy as shit, did not want to get into that.
Right.
It was a Pirates of the Caribbean MMO that came out. That was actually pretty cool. And then Club Penguin and Webkins.
Well, yeah.
Remember Webkins?
I don't know that one.
I believe they're bringing back Webkins. So basically the point of Webkins was that you buy a plush,
Oh.
like a little stuffed animal, and you could redeem that as like a little pet you take care of. It's basically kind of like Neopets with an extra step. I played Webkins. I was like huge in like those MMO type stuff. There was also this one Cartoon Network MMO called Fusion Fall. That was so cool.
I haven't played it, but I actually have seen people. For some reason, a bunch of YouTubers decided they wanted to try and revive this game. Yes, there's been just people randomly talking about it.
About what?
A Fusion Fall.
Yeah, it's a cool MMO.
Mm-hmm.
I know like some of the modern MMOs that are, it's like obviously World of Warcraft. There's a furry one called Atlas, which is still going apparently.
Mm-hmm.
There's F14. Is web fishing considered that? A little bit. I think I invited you to play web fishing with me one time, right?
Yeah, we played it one time.
Yeah. That's a decent game, but it kind of fell out of favor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of those like MMO type games, I don't have the time for anymore because like my schedule, I work an overnight shift, so my day is I wake up, set up stream for 3 hours, go to work,
right,
go back from work, sleep, repeat.
And
then my weekends are like, okay, I can finally like rest up, go do fun things. My roommate has been egging me, being like, you need to stream less, and I'm like, fine, 4 days a week, and she's like, okay. Maybe Tuesdays would be like I don't want to do anything then, because Friday, Tuesday is my work schedule and my stream schedule. So I'm like, I'm burnt out. I don't want to fucking do anything. I'm just gonna rest.
Right. Well,
yeah, that's Oh, what are you saying?
I was gonna say we probably should be wrapping up sometime soon.
I'm fine with that. Like 5-10 minutes. I'm fine with that.
Well, we just passed the 2 hour mark, so
no, your things on like 2 hours, 5 2 hours, 10. So like
somewhere in that range. Yeah.
What were we saying before?
I don't know. I don't know.
I was kind of a little disappointed you didn't write in your whiteboard something about stoats.
Oh yeah, I forgot to write there. Yeah.
Don't worry, when we eventually have the tech over tea with you, me, Ren, and Kylo, write something about VTuber.
Sure, I can do it then. Why not?
We want to do an episode like that sometime, yeah?
Eventually it'll happen, probably.
It'd be really funny if it's just like, yeah, we talk about VTubing, it's funny. On Linux? Oh my god!
Meow.
Next would tell me you can VTube on a Mac. I've seen people VTube on Macs.
You definitely can do that. Yeah. I don't know what you can do.
It's not
playing.
optimal though. You can only really play like retro games via emulators.
You can play Stardew Valley.
True. You can play Undertale.
I think you can play Fortnite.
I would not be surprised if they put Mac support over Linux support.
I know you can play League.
Yeah.
If you hate yourself.
I don't want to play League.
You don't want to
Oh god, okay. I want to mention something really quick before we fucking end. Okay, so you know about K-pop demon hunters?
I'm aware. Haven't seen it.
I watched it. I really did not like that movie.
Uh-huh.
So it's the same people who made like Spider-Verse and everything, right?
Sure.
So I watched it and I was like, okay, I'm expecting something out of this. And it was just really tacky. And like I thought that like I didn't go into it expecting it to be a full musical. It was a full musical. It was a full like they're singing every goddamn second. I thought it was just like, oh, the plot is they are K-pop. They do concerts, but they also fight dudes. No,
Right.
singing is a part of their like fighting repertoire, and it's like, I don't know, I never really like the characters. Animation was great though.
Sure.
It's the Spider-Verse guys. Of course, the animation's gonna be great.
Mhm.
It was just like a side project that kind of blew up, you know.
Mm.
One thing I didn't really like was that it's sort of like outside this movie's control, but like a lot of like clickbaity, like cartoon reviewers. Like I love Saberspark. Saberspark did a fucky wucky when he made a video titled something like "How Pixar Fell Off and K-pop Demon Hunters is Good." And he's like trashing Pixar needlessly for what the fuck was the movie that came out recently? The alien one. I forgot its name. Let me look it up really quick because I actually really enjoyed that movie. Pixar alien movie was called Elio. That's what it's called. So Elio came out. I watched it there, so it was pretty good. It wasn't like great, but I enjoyed it. They were like, ugh, Pixar bad because they released this alien movie, but K-pop Demon Hunter is good because no one's done K-pop Demon Hunters before. And I'm just thinking like, League of Legends literally did a thing where it was like pop stars. It's been done before. Like, what? It basically felt like Turning Red, which I love Turning Red. Great movie. But it felt like Turning Red with like a lot of its like random boy band moments mixed with like that League of Legends characters who were like K-pop idols. And I'm like,
I see.
But that's not saying that Sony Animation Pictures is bad for making it. Like, I love Spider-Verse. They're a great studio. I told my roommate this. It really felt like after the Emoji Movie. Keep in mind, Sony Pictures made the Emoji Movie.
I forgot that existed.
The Spider-Verse guys made the Emoji Movie.
Ah.
After the Emoji Movie came out, they're like, okay, we gotta fix our shit. We gotta make better shit. Why don't we make a Spider-Man movie? You own Spider-Man a little bit. You got it. Did they also make Hotel Transylvania? I think they were the ones who made Hotel Transylvania.
Okay, fair enough.
But like, weird fucking studio, but like, they're great stuff. Did you know, and I will send you, this will be the last thing I'll talk about.
Okay.
Do you know that they were going to make a Batman Beyond movie?
No, I didn't know that.
You know what Batman Beyond is, right?
It rings a bell.
So, Batman Beyond is basically cyberpunk Batman.
I see.
And actually, I was gonna crash my Discord because of this. Let me send this to you on my phone. Cancelled movie. So, they were going to make a Batman Beyond movie in the style of the Spider-Verse movies.
Right.
I'll just show you this one. This is a little more encompassing. And it's Batman Beyond is basically cyberpunk Batman, where Bruce Wayne is like retired from Batman. Bat family hates him and left him. He's kind of old and depressed and so Batman, and everything's like shit. This angry dude named Terry McGinnis shows like, hey, I'm gonna be Batman now, and he goes to fight dudes.
Right.
This is what the movie was going to look like, roughly. This is like concept art, I think.
Yeah. Okay, I was just showing those pictures. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be fucking cool if they made that?
That would be pretty cool.
This was during DCEU. Where they were like, nah, good creative movie? Nah, fuck you. And it's like, what? Bro! James Gunn, you better fucking revive this goddamn project. I would love to see a Batman Beyond movie. James Gunn is the head of DC Studios now. He made the DCU. Because DCEU was like Man of Steel. I remember watching Man of Steel. I didn't really like Man of Steel, but like those movies, like the Snyderverse or whatever, was like kind of blah. And then fucking Dwayne The Rock Johnson was gonna be like the face of DCU. They're gonna disrupt the comic book movies, and Black Adam sucked.
Yeah.
And then James Gunn came and he was like, I'm gonna make a good Suicide Squad movie. I'm gonna make a good side series of like Peacemaker, which if you have not seen Peacemaker, you should watch Peacemaker. It's great. Second season is currently airing. So he made Peacemaker. He made this weird animated series called Creature Commando. It's not really interested in watching, but like that's cool. And DC was like, hey, we're kind of out of options for a movie studio, and you made some good movies. Do you want to run the entire thing? And I watched this interview with James Gunn on a podcast. He was like, originally I said no, but I only agreed to it on the terms that I got to co-run it with my manager, Peter Safran. So it's not him just running it; it's him and Peter. And he's like, okay, well, I want to start with a Superman movie. So they made Superman, which is fucking amazing. I love that movie. Like, Fantastic Four is a great movie too. My favorite comic movie this year, definitely Superman. Love that movie. I want to buy a Blu-ray of it so I can have a physical copy. Like, now he's doing that. He's doing Man of Tomorrow, which is the sequel. There's going to be a Supergirl movie coming out next year. There's going to be a Clayface movie coming out next year. There's going to be a Brave and the Bold movie coming out sometime, like Batman. There's this one movie that's coming out called Dynamic Duo, where it's supposed to be like Grayson Robin and Jason Todd Robin, and it's in a brand new animation style. It's like puppets. And it's like, holy shit! They have like an animation demo of like them doing like some Iron Giant shit, and its animation looks so good. And I'm like, if you had that movie or the Dynamic Duo movie, holy shit, I'm in for that. You know, like DC Studios doing some fucking amazing stuff with his movies now because James Gunn is a competent fucking filmmaker. He's running that shit now. Yeah, I can't fucking wait for Man of Tomorrow. Oh my god, I love Superman. I love Superman, the movie, and it got me into the comics, and I'm like, this is great shit. I like it more than Batman. The only Batman series I'm really reading is Batman and Robin, because I love Damian Wayne Robin. This is a really unpopular opinion. A lot of people don't like Damian Wayne Robin, but like, I love that series. It's great. But Superman, good shit. But the point is, James Gunn needs to be like, hey, remember that cancel? Hey, Tim Miller and Lord or whatever. You two wanted that movie? Bring it back. Just please revive it. Please revive it. I'm begging you, please.
Well, good luck with that. We actually do need to sign off. I do need to head out. So,
Yes.
do retro. Say where we can find you.
I don't use Twitter. Please do not follow me on Twitter. I'm on Blue Sky. I'm VeniTuber.Yuri.Observer, I think. Probably in the description. You can also find me on Twitch.
Oh, you have a Blue Sky link in your YouTube description that's not updated then. Yeah, I think it will do
Oh,
the
yeah.
redirect.
No,
yeah.
I don't think so. I changed the domain.
No, yeah, it just it's the dead link now. Yeah, so update
I'll
that.
change it. I stream on Twitch. I am VeniTuber still. I stream Friday, Tuesday. Well, probably not Tuesday anymore, but like, if you like stuff that Brody plays on stream, you'll like my streams. Because I play kind of the same stuff he plays, except Dark Souls. I don't really like Dark Souls. And then
I'm trying to break themselves likes.
Yeah, I don't really use YouTube. Don't really follow me on YouTube. I don't really use that much. I'll probably upload like some stuff, but I'm not streaming on there. Just catch me on Blue Sky and Twitch. I'm good to go.
Awesome.
And trans rights.
My main channel is Brody Robertson. I do Linux videos there 6-ish days a week. Sometimes I stream as well on there. Rarely, but Cosmic's coming up soon, so I'll probably stream for that. I've got the gaming channel, Brody on Games. Right now I'm playing through Silksong and Yakuza 6. That is on both
I want to play one of the
YouTube
Yakuza
and
games on stream.
Twitch. Do it. They're fun. If you're watching the video version of this, you can find the audio version on basically every podcast platform. It is Tech Over Tea. If you want to find the video, it is on YouTube, Tech Over Tea. How do you want to sign us off? What do you want to say?
Trans rights. Support local trans being.
Fair enough.
Just me. I am that now.